So there's a masterclass of an episode on Louis C.K. He's on a first date. He's enjoying donuts and coffee with an attractive woman. All goes well. And then there are a group of boisterous teens who are getting increasingly loud in the background, making it nearly impossible for the duo to converse. So Louis turns around and he asks them to take it down a notch, irritation apparent in his voice. This is precisely the provocation the delinquents are looking for. One of them comes over to start a conversation that isn't even a thinly veiled attempt at intimidation. He recounts the time he nearly beat someone to death, and he asks Louis to beg him not to hurt him in front of his date. Louis is made to comply multiple times so his date can witness his humiliation once again. Then the teens laugh and walk away. Louis' date then says something that no man wants to hear. I totally get it. You did exactly what you should have. But if I'm being honest, that was a turnoff to watch a guy debase himself just to be safe.
Pretending she agrees with you on everything, but we can't let her pretend, ladies and gentlemen. We have to remind people of the real record.
Trump's the victim of identity theft. He should lock her up when he wins. And Biden's so unpopular, Harris doesn't want anything to do with him. After the coup, they made Biden take a 20-day vacation, so no one remembers Kamala as his VP. It's hard to forget, since Kamala was border czar, bragging about Bidenomics and how she was the last one in the room with Joe before he left Afghanistan. Kamala's been devastated by JD all week. He's running around the Rust Belt, taking her apart, and the media can't defend her because everything Vance says is true. So Politico covered it this way. Vance tries to tether Harris to Biden during Michigan rally. The media is arguing Harris isn't a part of the Biden-Harris administration. Well, why would they do that if Joe belongs on Mount Rushmore, right? Shouldn't Kamala be proud to be his VP? A month ago, Democrats were not proud that Kamala was VP, remember?
5 weeks ago, she was known as a joke. She was known as a terrible vice president. Laughed at, scoffed at. They wanted him out, but they didn't want her. They would have done anything to get anybody on the list. You know, they had a list of 10 people. And they put her on the list, and she came in 11th. She was the last on the list. Then all of a sudden, they realized that's not going to be politically acceptable. They didn't want to do it. They didn't have the guts to make that move. And they ended up with her. And then the fake news media, of course, got right behind her.
Her handlers don't even trust her to survive a softball CNN interview. So Coach Walls is going to chaperone tomorrow night at 9.
I think it's incredibly weak. Weak sauce to show up with your running mate.